morning, everybody. We have about 5 or 6 minutes before we start, so just grab a nice, comfortable seated position. Nice straight spine, crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. We have about 5 minutes before we start, so you can just settle into a comfortable position. Take this time to start preparing yourself for practice. Taking some deep breaths and starting to clear your mind, declutter the mind of all the things we have to finish throughout the day or things we have to accomplish, and just be present in this moment. Putting all those things on the back burner and just focusing on your breath and your yoga practice. We have about 5 minutes before we start. Make sure you have something to drink nearby in case you need that. And just enough room to be able to lay flat on the mat, or if you don't have a mat, on your floor, and stand and be able to move your arms. Maybe bring the shoulders up towards your ears and drop them back, opening the chest, leaving lots of room for the lungs to fill up with air. Nice deep breaths. With the shoulder blades, you're almost holding a pencil between those shoulder blades, so you're pulling them back and opening the chest. Just relax. If you have any candles or aromatherapy, since everybody's in their own location, they're great to add to your practice. Today's going to be a very gentle class. It will be a little different than a lot of the classes I teach. I wanted to try to give you all something different to try and see how you feel about. A lot of times in Western studios, there's a lot of yoga flow where you continually move from one pose to the next. And I don't normally teach that way. For me personally, I find sometimes it can be a little confusing. You're moving so much, and am I doing it right or not? But today we're going to add a little yoga flow to our practice, but in smaller sequences. Maybe just linking up 2 or 3 poses and moving with each breath in from one pose to the other. And I do enjoy that sometimes, as long as the poses are simple enough for people to get into, and they're challenging, but they're also simple that you can do one breath, one movement. Sometimes I'll do it between reverse warrior and warrior two. It's a very simple movement, and I think it feels really good to connect your breath with that movement. So we're going to do a few sequences like that today. Hopefully you enjoy them. If it's something new, I'll generally try to explain it first and do it just to give you an idea of where we're going. So just get ready for practice. Nice tall. We're going to start in a seated position today. So straight spine, crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. We couldn't be outside today because it's a little rainy. And for the last 2 weeks, Janine has been teaching the opening your chakras on Thursday morning. This week we're going to be doing a half-hour stick yoga class, which is a little different. It'll be very gentle. You will need either a broomstick or a walking stick, and maybe a yoga block or a book that's large enough to stand on. just to elevate 1 foot higher. It'll be a real gentle class at 9 o'clock on Thursday. We'll get ready to start, so have a comfortable seated position, shoulders up by the ears, then roll them back and down, opening that chest, crown of the head up towards the sky. Nice deep breaths. Filling those lungs, and as you inhale, think of the lungs filling in all three dimensions, left and right, front to back, top to bottom. Really fill those lungs up. Use the diaphragm to pull the air in, and exhale, let it all go. Nice deep breaths. You can bring your hands to heart center, thumbs on sternum, and a light bow to your head. Let's just start practice with an Om today. And we'll all do it together. We'll start with a big inhale, and then start our Om. Take this time to clear your mind. Maybe set an intention for today's practice. When you're ready, rub your hands together and build up some friction in the palms. When those palms get nice and warm, just transfer that heat to your chest. Let the heat leave your palms and enter your torso and heart center, warming your body. You can release the hands down to the knees, palms up or palms down. And you can also use a mudra where you touch your thumb to your pointer finger or middle finger. Up nice and tall, shoulders are back. And with an exhale, just lower your chin to chest. Let your head hang there for a few breaths. We're not stretching the neck, we're just letting the head hang. On the inhale, roll your left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, come back to center. And inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. And one more time through. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. And inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Now with an inhale, just lift the head up, raise your gaze, make sure not to pinch your neck in the back. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift that gaze up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, raise the gaze to a nice neutral head position. We're just going to exhale and look over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. And one more time through. Exhale, left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, back to center. Bring your hands down by your sides, and you can tent your fingers so just the fingertips are touching. And with an inhale, we're going to lift that left arm way up overhead. And with an exhale, just roll over towards the right, or actually lean over towards the right, not roll. You want to make sure you keep that left buttocks firmly on the mat. You can bring your right palm down to the mat, maybe bend that right arm a little, making sure the right ear is away from the right shoulder. And make sure that left hip is still down on the mat. Inhale, come back up to center. One more time through, go down, falling off to the right. And when you feel like you've gone as far as you can go, what we're going to do is inhale back up, exhale back over. Just waving back and forth between the breaths. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Shoulders are flat against an imaginary wall, just moving with your breath. Next time you come back up to center, you can stay there. Exhale that left hand down by side. Inhale that right arm up. Same thing on this side. Exhale. Extend over to the right, making sure the right hip, to the left. Make sure the right hip is still down on the ground. Reaching that right arm up, maybe towards where the wall meets the ceiling in the room you're in. You can bend that left arm a little if you need to. Take it a little further. And we're going to inhale up. Exhale back over. Inhale up. Just go through this at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. Next time you come back up to center, you can stay there. Exhale, lower that right arm down by your side. Nice straight spine. With an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, release the arms out to the side. Just do these at your own pace. Next time your arms are overhead, you can leave them there. And we're going to do the Charlie's Angels fingers again. So interlock these three fingers, have the two pointer fingers pointing up and the thumbs pointing back. With an exhale, just lean over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Make sure your hips stay firmly planted on the mat. One more time through. Next time you're back up to center, you can stay there. Exhale, release the arms. Now we're going to goal post our arms up. Exhale, bring the hands, forearms, and elbows together. Inhale, bring the arms back out to the side. Do this at your own pace. Always exhaling the hands together and inhaling, opening. Really pull those shoulders back when we open the arms up. Next time your arms are out to the side, you can leave them there. With an exhale, we're just going to rotate so our palms are facing towards the ground. Inhale, rotate the arms back up. Next time your arms are up, you can leave them there in goalpost or cactus arms. We're going to extend the arms out in front of us at chest height. Just make real nice circles with the wrist without moving the arms. And change directions. You can come to stillness. Make a real tight fist and release. Really engage those forearms and fingertips. Next time you have a fist balled up, you can leave it there. And we're going to make circles with the wrist again. Change directions. Come to stillness and open the hands. Flip the palms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your fingers to shoulder. Inhale, extend. Just go through these at your own pace, always inhaling when we extend the arms and exhaling when we touch the shoulder. Next time your fingers are on your shoulder, you can leave them there. We're going to inhale, open the elbows out and open that chest. Exhale, close. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Next time your elbows are out to the sides, you can leave them there. And we're just going to make big circles with those elbows. And you can change directions. Come to stillness. Place the hands down on the knees. If you're sitting cross-legged, just switch the position of the legs now. So we're still up nice and tall, hands are on knees, and we're just going to make circles with the whole torso. And you can change directions. Gentle movement, nice deep breaths. You can come to stillness. Now we're going to inhale the arms overhead and interlock our fingers and just move the upper body. The last one we used the lower back to bring the whole torso. Now we're just moving that upper body using the upper spine, shoulders. Change directions. Come to stillness. Put the arms back into warrior one arms, and with an exhale we're going to forward fold. Waking up nice this morning. You can bring your hands down to the mat. Don't reach your head for the ground or mat. It's more about bringing your chest towards the ground, and wherever that stops, that's where the head wants to stop too. Nice deep breaths. Now inhale up just a little, and we're going to walk our arms over to the right so our chest is facing our right knee. Exhale, forward fold that way. Inhale up just a little and come back to center, and then walk over towards that left knee. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up a little and come back to center, walking over to the right again. Exhale, bring the chest towards that right knee. Inhale up a little, and we're going to walk towards that left knee again. Exhale, bring the chest towards the left knee. Inhale up a little and come back to center and stay. Exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, we're going to bring arms way up overhead and come back up nice and tall. Exhale, seated twist, so left hand is going to touch right knee, right hand behind back, the spine is tall, and we're twisting to the right, making sure our neck is free. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, right hand, left knee, left hand behind back for a seated twist. Really feel that twist from the rib cage, not the shoulders. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, forward fold again. We're going to do that sequence this time, but all on our own. And when you think about doing it, think about extending that breath. Really matching the breath to the movement, and maybe do 6 or 7-second breaths. So we'll do that same exact sequence, go up, then go left, go right, up, the whole thing we just did. We'll do it again, but all at our own pace. We'll start with a big inhale and exhale before we go. So big inhale. And on this next inhale, we're going to go. And we'll meet in the forward fold. Feel the difference between this one and the first one. Inhale the arms back up overhead. Exhale, release the arms. And we're going to come to a laying position. So you want to lay nice and flat on the mat. Arms are down by your side. Feet are touching. And with an inhale, we're going to pull both knees to chest and gently rock side to side, massaging that lower back. You can come to stillness. And now just make clockwise circles with both knees. Hands are on both knees, and you're just making little circles with both knees in unison. And change directions. And come to stillness. And now we're going to make circles with our knees. We're going to start in the middle, and both knees will go out and then come back in. So they're going in opposite directions, or they're going away from each other. And you can change directions there. To stillness. We're going to hold that right knee with both hands and pull it in nice and tight, and extend that left leg out along the mat and keep it elevated. So the left foot is off the mat, probably about 4 or 5 inches, pointing the toes. Exhale, lower that left leg down the mat. Now with an exhale, pull that right knee to chest, real tight. Exhale, release a little, and inhale, pull it towards your right underarm. Inhale, let the knee go a little. Exhale, pull it towards your chest. And just do these at your own pace. Next time the knee comes back to chest, you can leave it there. We're going to inhale, pull that left knee to chest and rock side to side. You can hold both hands on the left knee and extend that right leg out. Keep that right foot about, 5 or 6 inches off the mat. Toes are pointed. Exhale, lower that leg down. Pull that left knee to chest. Inhale, let it go a little. Exhale, pull it to left underarm. Inhale, let it go a little. Exhale, pull it to the chest. Just do these at your own pace. Opening that hip up to the side. Inhaling the knee away and then pulling it to chest. Next time that knee comes comes to chest, you can leave it there. And with an inhale, pull that right knee to chest. Gently rock side to side. We're going to place both feet on the mat real close to our hips. The knees are a little wider than the hips, and the feet are a little wider than the hips, and the knees are pointing inward. And with an inhale, we're just going to lift our hips up off the mat, pushing them up towards the ceiling. Make sure there's no pressure on your neck. Exhale, lower the hips down to the mat. Inhale, lift those hips a little higher. Exhale, lower down to mat. And one more time, we're going to hold this last one. Inhale, hips up. As far as you can go, maybe come up onto your tiptoes and push those hips up high. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Place your feet flat on the mat. And with an exhale, let your knees fall off to the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let the knees fall off to the right side. Inhale, back to center. Do a few of these at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. Next time you come back up to center, you can stay there. We're going to extend that left leg flat along the mat and pull the right knee to chest. And we're going to try a one-legged happy baby, so the left leg stays extended and flat. We're going to try to grab our right foot with our right hand, and I'm grabbing the outside edge of that right foot, and then send the sole of the foot up to the sky. I find this to be a little more intense than a regular happy baby with both legs, but it's a great hip opener. Let the torso relax. You can release that right leg and extend the right leg flat along the mat. And inhale, pull that left leg knee to chest. And we'll do the other side, so grab the outside edge of that left foot. Keep the right leg extended and send the sole of the left foot up to the ceiling. Nice deep breaths. Just relax. You can release that left leg and then bend both legs so that the soles of the feet are touching. The legs are opened up to the outside. Torso is nice and comfortable on the mat. Both soles of the feet are touching. The legs are butterflied. Just take a moment to check in with your body. Nice deep breaths. Use your hands on the outside edge of your thighs to close your legs and extend the legs flat along the mat. And just windshield wiper your feet from side to side, so the whole leg is going side to side. You can come to stillness. And we're going to roll over and come to our hands and knees. So nice flat back. Wrist, elbows, and shoulders are in line. Tops of the feet are on the mat. The back is nice and flat. We're going to do some cat-cows. So inhale, we drop that belly. Send the head and hips up. Exhale, Arch the back, bring the pelvis in and chin the chest. Do these at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. And after your next cat, you can come to a nice neutral spine position. With an inhale, we're going to send our right leg straight back and send it over your left side and look at it over your left shoulder. So we're elongating that right side. Inhale, bring that right leg back. Exhale, place it back on the mat. Inhale the left leg back and send it over to the right and look at it over the right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Inhale that leg back and place it down. Now, while keeping your hips nice and high, we're just going to lower our forehead down to the mat and extend the arms out in front. Keep that spine nice and elongated. Hips are high. If you're comfortable there, maybe put your chin on the mat. You might feel that between your shoulder blades. Nice deep breaths. On the inhale, push yourself back up to hands and knees. Now we're going to go through a series. We're going to do a little bit of a flow here. We're going to do all four positions first, and then we'll go back and link them together. So we did the cat-cow. So now we're going to come down to a forearm plank. So place your hands flat on the mat, forearms on the mat, and when you're ready, extend the feet out. This uses a lot of core strength. You want to make sure the hips are level with the back. We're not sending our hips high like in down dog. Nice and level. Nice deep breaths. Continue to breathe and hold. And when you're ready, exhale, lower the thighs and hips down to the mat and place the tops of your feet on the mat for Sphinx pose. So we went from hands and knees to forearm plank to Sphinx. And with Sphinx, we're pushing the tops of our feet into the mat, our forearms into the mat, opening those shoulders up. Hips are pushed into the mat, and relax your glutes to help your lower back. Nice deep breaths. With an exhale, we're going to come down. Extend our arms out in front of our body or over our head, but we're laying down so they're flat along the ground. Inhale, arms and legs up for Superman pose. Continue to breathe and hold. Nice deep breaths. Exhale the arms down. Bring the hands by the shoulders and push back to child's pose. So bring your knees mat width apart, touch your big toes, and sink your hips down to your heels. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Inhale back to hands and knees. So we're going to go through that again. We'll do it a little slower the first time here. So we'll start with a cat-cow. So inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Forearm plank. Hold that. Exhale down to Sphinx. So lower the hips, Tops of the feet on the mat, and the head and chest come up. So the arm position doesn't really change between forearm plank and Sphinx. It's mostly the lower body and then the head and chest come up. Now we're going to exhale down. Inhale up to Superman pose. Exhale down. Push back to child's pose. Take a breath here. Inhale back up to hands and knees. Alright, so we're going to go through again. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Exhale, forearm plank. Few breaths here. Exhale down the Sphinx. Few breaths here. When we're ready with an exhale, lower down. Inhale up for Superman pose. Exhale down. Inhale, push back to child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. And we'll do one more of those. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, forearm plank. Engage that core. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Exhale, lower the hips down. Tops of the feet on the mat. Sphinx pose. Really relax the glutes and thighs. We're just letting the chest come up and pushing the tops of the feet into the mat. Exhale the torso down. Inhale up for Superman pose. Exhale, bring the hands by the shoulders. Inhale, push back to child's pose. Inhale back to hands and knees. Now we're going to go back to down dog, but before we do, we're going to hover, so just roll your toes a little bit. And inhale those knees up off the mat. Nice deep breaths. And when you're ready with an inhale, send those hips real high. This is the first down dog of the day, so you can pedal the feet a little if you like to loosen those ankles up. Pushing the chest towards the knees. Maybe come up real high on the tiptoes. Exhale, sink those heels down the mat. Look between the hands and walk or step to a forward fold. This is the first forward fold of the day, so just let the torso hang. If you have to bend your knees a little, it's okay. Nice deep breaths. Micro bend in the knees and big inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead, and exhale, release the arms. And just take a quick Tadasana. A couple nice deep breaths. Check in with your body. Work on a few forward folds here so you can blink your eyes open. Big inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Reaching the crown of the head towards the ground. lift, so nice flat back. Hips are back, neck and head forward, the back is flat, hands are on thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up overhead and exhale, release the arms out to the side. Just check in with your body. You can blink your eyes open, and we're going to step back into Warrior 2. So we're going to come to the front of our mat, hands at heart center. And we're just going to step that right foot back. And the real important thing here is heel arch alignment. So the heel of the left foot, if you drew a line to it, it's going to meet the middle of the right. If you look down this left leg, you see at least the first two toes. This left knee is not caving in, it's being pushed open. The hips are open to the side, so my side's towards the camera. Bend in the left knee, and then you can extend and engage the arms for Warrior 2. Check in with your arms, make sure they're as level as can be. We don't want to be off either side. Looking over the left middle and ring finger. Engage the core, make sure it's nice and tight. Arms are very strong, we're engaging our triceps. Our fingers are very strong. This is a strong asana. With an inhale, we're going to flip that left palm. Bring the left palm up overhead, right arm comes down by right leg, looking up at that left hand. Now we're going to go between Warrior 1 and Warrior 2, so with an exhale and slow your breath down. So here we go, exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale back to reverse warrior. Do these all at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. Next time you're back in reverse warrior, you can stay there. Now with an exhale, we're going to come back to Warrior 2 and continue down through, bringing our left arm onto our left thigh and right arm way overhead. We're not dumping the weight into that left thigh, we're using our core to hold us up. Shoulders are pushed up against an imaginary wall. We're going to go through between this asana and reverse warrior. So on the inhale, come back up. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Back to side angle. Inhale, back to reverse warrior. Exhale. Back to side angle. One more time. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. We're going to inhale back to Warrior 2. Place our hands on our hips. Turn our toes so they're all facing the same way as the right toes. Up nice and tall with the spine. Exhale, forward fold. You can bring the hands down to the mat. You can also walk your legs out a little further if you'd like. Bringing the crown of the head towards the mat. We're going to walk our hands over towards our left foot. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, walk our hands over towards that right foot. Inhale, come back to center. Place our left hand in front of our face on the mat. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, switch hands. Right hand's in front of face, left arm up. Now we're going to do these at our own pace. Each breath is a movement. So exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, right up. Exhale, right down. Inhale, left up. We can stay down in this forward fold. Trying to bring the crown of the head towards the mat. Walk your feet in just a little. Put a micro bend in your knees and place your hands on your hips. Inhale all the way back up to standing. We're going to do the other side now, so up nice and tall at the front of your mat. Step that left leg back. Same heel arch alignment, and looking down this leg, seeing the right toes. Engage the arms. Nice strong arms in Warrior 2. Check in with that back arm. Make sure you're good. Looking over the right middle and ring finger. With an inhale, flip that right palm up. Reverse warrior. Left arm comes down, left leg. Still a bend in that right knee. Nice deep breaths. Exhale back to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Do these at your own pace. Exhaling to warrior 2. Inhaling to reverse warrior. Next time you're in reverse warrior, you can stay there. Now we're going to go to side angle. So exhale all the way through. Right arm comes right above right thigh, left arm way overhead. And this right arm is not supporting our weight. Our core is. You can even put the right arm inside the right leg if you'd like. We'll go between this and reverse warrior. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale. And just do them at your own pace. Next time you're in side angle, you can stay there. Inhale up to warrior 2. Bring the hands to the hips and turn the right toes so they're facing the same way as the left. Up nice and tall, forward fold. Just interlock your hands to elbows and let them hang. Let the torso hang. Maybe bring some gentle movement to the spine. You can release your hands down to the mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Put a micro bend in the knees. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. And take a quick Tadasana. Nice deep breaths. You can blink your eyes open. And we're going to step back. We're going to do a little bit of movement in a humble warrior. So we're going to be up nice and tall at the front of our mat and step our right foot back to warrior one foot position. So the whole right foot's grounded, the toes are pointing off to the outer edge of the right side of the mat. There's a bend in the left knee and our hips are forward. So you have to check the hips to make sure if you can't bring this right hip around, just move this right foot in a little more. It's more important that hip is facing forward than the right foot is back far. Chest is forward. We're going to bring our hands behind our back. You can interlock your fingers or just have your right hand grab your left wrist. Pull the shoulders back, so open that chest and almost put a little bit of a bend back. Now with an exhale, we're going to come forward and come inside this left leg for humble warrior. You can lift your arms up off your back. Feel free, I can't with my shoulders, but if you can lift your hands up, please do. With an inhale, we're going to come back up using our core. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale up. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale up. Exhale, humble warrior, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Let the crown of the head come towards the ground, not reaching the head for the ground. Inhale, come back up. And we'll step forward. Bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to step that left leg back. Same foot position. Bring the hands behind back. This time my left hand will be grabbing my right wrist. You can interlock your fingers, whichever feels better for you. Shoulders are back. Big inhale. Exhale. Humble warrior. Stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, come up, using that core. Exhale, humble warrior. All at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. And next time you're in humble warrior, you can stay there. Inhale back up. Release the hands and step forward. Just take a quick Tadasana. Blink your eyes open, and we're going to do chair pose. We're going to bring some movement to this also. So up nice and tall. The one thing before we start I want to show you, when we're in chair and we're going to do a twist, a lot of times people are going to want to go like this. And you see my knees, hopefully the camera picked up, my knees moved and my hips went out to the side. What we want to make sure we do when we do chair is just this upper body moves. There's no movement in the hips or knees. So it's better to just twist a little bit like that and none of this other stuff moves than twist real far and everything moved. Then it defeats the purpose. So we'll be up nice and tall. I just got a message. Okay. Wanted to make sure there wasn't a problem. Alright, so up nice and tall. Hands at heart center. Legs are touching and feet are touching. Big inhale. Exhale, sit down into that chair. Make sure if you look down you can see all your toes. We don't want the knees coming forward. You should be able to wiggle all your toes. Nice deep breaths. Now with an exhale, we're just going to twist right. When you get to as far as you're going, make sure you're looking at these knees, that they're still together and even. The left knee did not come forward. Exhale, come back to, or inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go left. Check in with those knees again. They didn't move. Hips didn't move. Come back to center. We're going to do that again, but at our own breath. So one breath is one movement. We'll all end up right back here in chair. So big inhale before we go. Exhale slowly and twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, back to center. Nice deep breaths here. We're using those thighs. On the next inhale, we're going to come way up overhead with the hands. Exhale, swan dive forward, releasing the tension in the legs. When we do go back up, same sequence. So we'll inhale back up overhead, exhale in the chair. Then when we get to our next exhale, we'll twist right, inhale back to center, exhale, twist left, inhale back to center, and inhale up overhead, exhale, swan dive forward. So we'll do that whole thing we just did. One breath, one movement. We'll all meet back in this forward fold. And think about slowing your breath. Here we go. Big inhale, and then we'll all be on our own. Inhale up. We're exhaling with the twist to the left and right. Should all be in the forward fold by now. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead, and exhale, release the arms up to the side. And just take a quick Tadasana. Check in with your body if you need a drink. Blink your eyes open. And for balance today, we'll work on tree pose. So up nice and tall. Find that focus point either on the wall in front of you or the floor 3 or 4 feet in front of you. Up nice and tall, hands at heart center. Transfer the weight into the left foot and put a micro bend in that left knee. When you're comfortable there, kickstand the right heel against the left ankle. You can always lift those right toes and just feel your way into it. Or if you're ready, just place that right foot on the left calf or left thigh, just not the left knee. You don't want to put any pressure on that left knee or side pressure. If you're comfortable there, you can engage your tree branches. Up nice and tall. Branches sway in the wind if you'd like. Bring some movement to the torso. If you feel really comfortable with balance, if you try closing one eye, see how that does. If you still feel comfortable there, close both eyes. See how that affects your balance. When you're ready, bring the hands back to heart center. We're going to bring that right knee up towards our chest, nice and tall. Exhale, bring that right foot down and shake out the left. We'll do the other side, up nice and tall. When you're comfortable, you want to kickstand that left heel against the right ankle. And you can just play with lifting the toes off the mat. If you're not real sure about your balance, you can always touch a wall or a chair. If you're comfortable there, left foot goes on right thigh or calf, just not the knee. And we're opening that knee up to the outside, so we're opening that hip up, almost like in the warrior two position. If you're comfortable, engage the branches. You can do anything you like with your arms. The one thing you want to make sure is they're not next to your ears. So we're trying to open that chest up, pull the shoulder blades back. So cactus, the YMCA arms, whatever works for you. Let them blow in the wind. Maybe turn that torso a little bit. It's a little harder for me on this side. Can experiment with closing the eyes. Bring the hands to heart center. Bring that knee up towards chest. Exhale, place that left foot down and shake out the right leg. Take a real quick Tadasana. Check in with yourself. You can blink your eyes open. We're going to come to a seated position and we're going to get there through squat. So if you want to just go to seated, you can, or if you want to do squat, feet are about mat width apart, toes pointing out a little bit. Big inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands down and squat all the way down. Whenever your heels come off the mat, that's when you want to stop. You can get your knees or elbows inside your knees and open those inner thighs up a little bit. Nice deep breaths. When you're ready, place the hands on the mat and come to a comfortable seated position. Well, we're going to sit wide-legged, seated. Sorry. Up nice and tall. Legs are out. Whatever's comfortable for you. Spine is nice and straight. Inhale the arms up overhead. Turn your chest to face your right foot. And exhale, forward fold towards that right foot. Once again, we're not reaching the head for the knee. We're bringing the chest towards the knee and the head's just following. We don't want to hunch or arch our back. Inhale, come back up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, right between the legs. Once again, not reaching the head for the ground. And you might really feel this in the inner thigh and groin area, lower back. Inhale, come back up overhead. Face the chest towards that left leg. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. When you're doing this forward fold, maybe you can reach the inside of your feet, or maybe grab your big toes, not pulling yourself forward, but using those hands to assist, opening the chest and bringing it towards the mat. You can release those feet and just stay in the forward fold. We're going to do that sequence all on our own also. So we'll inhale up, Exhale towards the right. Inhale up, come back to middle. Inhale up, go back to left. Same thing, and wind up in this forward fold again. Once again, trying to match your breath with your movement. And we'll all be on our own. We'll meet back in this position. So we'll start with a big inhale and exhale, and then we'll start. Exhale. Inhale the arms up overhead. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, release the arms out to the side. We're going to get ready for Shavasana, so you can come to a comfortable laying position. Extend the body out along the mat. Just pull your knees to chest one time. Gently rock side to side, massaging that lower spine. You can extend the legs out flat along the mat. Let your toes fall off to the outside edges of the mat. Have your arms down by your sides, maybe 12 to 18 inches. The hands are off of the hips. Relax any tension in your face. Take your tongue off the roof of your mouth and put a light space between your lips. Relax your body and let it melt into the mat, allowing your chest and belly to move freely with each inhale and exhale. If thoughts come to your mind, let them float away with the exhale and come back to your breath. Nice deep breaths, clearing your mind. Slowly bring awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe roll your wrists and ankles or rock your head from side to side. When you're ready, with your eyes closed, roll yourself onto your left or right side. Shavasana is corpse pose. It's symbolic of leaving behind what we'd like to leave behind at practice, starting our day and our life from this point forward. When you're ready, with your eyes closed, push yourself up into a comfortable seated position with Anjali Mudra hands or prayer hands, thumbs on sternum, and a light bow to your head. Thank you for coming to your mat with me today. Yoga is a great way to start our Monday or any day. It's a journey, and I'm grateful we all walk this journey together today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. If you watched the live video or recording, if you could just let us know you were here, we would appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a different class today. We tried to mix it up and make sure we give people things they want to try or expose them to new things. If there's anything you'd like to see in practices, please feel free to send us a message. We can always try to customize things or make it to more of what exactly people are looking for. But we appreciate all of you and your support. So namaste. Have a wonderful day.